Welcome to Food Exposed and our international cooking series. You know, my parents were from Europe and I grew up with travel. In fact, I've been fortunate during my life to travel pretty much every continent, many countries. But Norway really surprised me. I don't know what I expected, but the fjords and the waterways were so tranquil and beautiful. I was really taken with it. And in Norway, the cuisine really draws heavily on the natural resources. And as it does for all of the greater Scandinavian region, it's surrounded by water, there's lots of seafood, and Norway also has a mountainous wilderness, so there's game as well. You know, the Norwegians are a healthy group. They believe that their diet has a lot to do with it, and so do I, because we know that you are what you eat. And they eat seafood 3 to 4 times a week. Sometimes at breakfast. I mean, it's common for a traditional Norwegian breakfast to include smoked salmon, sardines, herring, and of course, you know, hard-boiled eggs and other things like that. But another interesting tradition in Norway are these open-faced sandwiches. You know, it's not just Norway that has them. All Scandinavian countries have their sandwiches, for the most part, open-faced, and they eat them with fork and knife. Well, Norway has its own particular variations, and they ran the gamut. Well, joining me today on Food Exposed is Inge. She is a Munich-born citizen of the world, and she spent the past 34 years living in 6 different countries with her great husband and her 2 fabulous sons. And Inge has lived in Norway. So Inge, tell me about the cold meals and the snacks that you used to have in Norway. I understand the Scandinavians typically have more cold than hot meals a day. How does that work?
Yeah, that's right. That's right. There is a lot of variety for their open-faced sandwiches. They would use smoked salmons, ham, roast beef, even smoked meat from deer.
Ooh,
elk,
meat?
elk,
no.
Yeah. Gravlax. Does that say anything?
Yeah. That's
an interesting history to it as well.
Really?
Yeah, because the fishermen in former times, they used to put some salt, some sugar, and some dill weed on it, and bury it. This is why it's graved.
Oh, I never knew that.
Buried
How
salmon
interesting.
In the sand, way below sea level, and leave it there. It was their way to preserve it. Yes.
Oh, I never knew where gravlax came from.
It's very delicious. It's very good, very tender.
Huh.
And they put that on the open-faced sandwiches.
And they have a lot of fruit, I understand.
Yes, they rely heavily on homegrown fruit, like blueberries, black gooseberries, wild strawberries.
Nice.
Apples, pears, plums, you know, stuff like that. But nowadays it's also easy to get more exotic fruit, and so we could use our loops.
Okay, well, you brought me these beautiful Fruit Loops. I mean, Fruit Loops. I can't help it. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
They're called Fruit Loops. But they actually
work for a potato as well.
They work for potatoes, and I know they work for mangoes and kiwis and avocados and all these other things that you can use to create these wonderful, interesting sandwiches. So shall we show how they work?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll get the mango ready.
Okay.
You want to maybe do the avocado?
I'll do the avocado.
Okay.
Thank you. Or do you want the big knife?
I'll take the big knife, you take that one, and I'll get the mango ready. Yep.
Oops.
There you go. That's kind of a soft one.
It's a soft one, but that doesn't matter.
Okay.
And I think this one will just do the trick. I'll put it in here afterwards.
Yeah.
So all you do, you run the loop slowly close along the peel.
Look at that.
And it's done.
God, that's beautiful.
No mess, nothing.
So easy.
So easy.
All right, well, let's see if we can get the mango to go just as easily. Now, this one, of course, the trick with mango is to cut it right so that you end up on the right side of the seed.
Yeah.
Right? So there's one side of the seed, and there's the other side.
Great.
So now you can try that loop out with either side. And I'll
I
get
think
the
I'm
kiwi
going
ready.
to choose the nice big one.
Okay.
Same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Run them close to the peel.
And you just get out a nice,
It's
easy
perfect.
slice?
Yes.
Beautiful. Look at that. Great.
Done.
Done. Perfect. All right. Well, we're 2 for 2.
Yeah. All right. You want to do one too?
I'll do one. I'll do the easy one. I'll do the kiwi. I'll take the easy one. All right. So I'll do the kiwi, and then I thought maybe you could show us what a typical sandwich might look like.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm taking the kiwi. I think I'm going to use the avocado.
So let's
Now-
pretend we have some butter on there,
Okay.
or even mayonnaise.
Okay. I think you're better at the loops than I am.
Oh, maybe you got a
I got
stubborn,
a
a stubborn kiwi.
Yeah, I got well, the Kiwis are stubborn, the Australians, huh?
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to try that again. You keep going. So you're making a typical Norwegian open-faced sandwich. I see we have some pickles there.
Yeah. And those I need because they are really fun. And they always try to make them look nice, you know. Not just to pop them on, but maybe a little bit like that.
Nice. And then the fruit would be a typical side garnish, or would be?
Not just garnish. They would typically serve it with dessert cheese, like Havarti is a dessert cheese, or Saga. Works really nicely.
Nice, nice. And now, would we put the avocado on the sandwich too?
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do that.
We could have used it as a spread, but it's almost a pity, huh?
It is almost a pity. Let's just put it right here. You would have to eat that with a fork and knife, actually.
Yes, yeah.
I can see why they say that that's the way they do it.
Right.
Nice. Well, that would be a typical Norwegian lunch.
Exactly.
Or like a supper meal.
Like as well, even though they prefer a hot meal in the evening.
Okay.
An early, yeah.
Early? Oh my goodness, I could not live in Norway. I can't do early. I'm a late eater. I'm a Spaniard.
So you belong to Spain, yeah?
I belong to Spain, I think. That's so beautiful.
Okay. So, well, haven't used this one yet, but...
Well, that's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you can get as elaborate as you want.
Yes, you can.
Well, Inge, I'm not going to make you eat this like right here and now.
Thank you.
Yeah. But it does look beautiful. And
Thank you.
how interesting that all those sandwiches are open-faced like that.
Yeah.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. If you would like this recipe or any other information about our food tools or our countries that we visited here with our international series, please visit me at emPOWERme.tv. And, you know, in addition to all of this wonderful, healthy stuff, we have all the vitamins and minerals and great recipes and beautiful ideas. Inge, thank you so much for joining me today on Food Exposed. And I hope you'll tune in for another segment of our international cooking series where we explore what's on your plate. For more Food Exposed, check me out on emPOWERme.tv. And until next week, remember, make food your best friend and exercise your companion for life.